to do adjustments for Otis lifts, and that was a period when the riots took place. And I remember I came to your house and I had lunch, and because of the difficult times at that time, and how you took care of me and how you protected me and how you made my life so easy in Bhopal, for which I am really, really grateful to you that
Thank you,
took
Lobo.
so much care of me.
Thank you, Lobo. Yeah.
And after that, yes, I transitioned in Otis and I became the area manager of Thana, Vashi, Nasik and Kalyan. After which I joined Otis in Dubai as the field operations manager. And it was a very good time in Otis where we learnt a lot, we developed ourselves. See, the advantage of the lift industry is that you are with civil, electrical, mechanical,
Very
and
good.
electronics.
Yeah,
So
and building management also.
yes, and building management. So it is a holistic
Yes.
field where you learn everything, and which really brings us a lot of added value,
Right.
and which we have benefited with. So having said that, I transitioned to Otis, and then we managed to get the Burj Khalifa. At that time, Yusuf Shalabi was our general manager, and we did not have a product. And I still remember how we were estimating.
Yeah.
We were calculating the bracket weight
Yeah.
and strength and cost, and we
Yeah.
used to consider we cannot use normal brackets, so the
Yeah.
brackets will be around 10 times.
Yeah.
The concrete walls you cannot drill with the hinting machine.
Yeah.
So Mr. Sharabi and I were discussing that how do we do. So we decided to put
To
inserts.
embed it. Yeah.
Embedded the inserts.
Yeah.
so
I
that-
made the drawings, initial drawings for that.
Yeah. So it was a real challenge. Then I remember Suresh Guge was with us, and he
Yeah.
wanted to resign because he did not know how to manage so many entrances because there were so many subcontractors working.
Mm.
Then I prepared a form for him, a checklist for the door, and I explained to Suresh that whoever is doing the entrance, he fills in all tick marks, all the boxes and signs.
Yeah.
So we know exactly who has done, and you as a supervisor go and see that every door has got this
Absolutely
checklist.
signature.
Checklist.
Mm.
So that ensured that all the
Quality.
doors, all the doors are in one line. Otherwise, it is a nightmare to have.
I
all-
know. And all new fresh guys were working on it. Yeah.
Yes. And so these were the many challenges we had, and a very interesting factor was that Sridhar Bhatt, he had adjusted the brake as I had guided him, because we had an incident where he had installed one of the lifts and we had a slippage.
Uh-huh.
And I told him that you have to tighten the brake fully,
Mhm.
and so that if the limits are bypassed, it will stop above the floor by around 6 to 8 inches.
Oh, okay.
on
Overrun?
on a
Yeah.
full speed stop.
Uh-huh.
And that had compressed the brake springs almost 350 mm.
Oh.
And there was some software glitch in the controller that when you plug the service tool, this was realized later, that when you plug the service tool, the lift lost its count and it would overshoot. But fortunately, because the brake was tight, it used to go
Only
above 6 inches.
Yeah.
Then the MR insisted that the Japanese come, and they came, and the Japanese said no, the brake is too tight, and then he loosened the brake. And Christopher Fernandez asked him, do you know what you're doing? He said, yes, I'm doing it as per the manual. And unfortunately, he went and plugged the service tool, and at that time the lift
Overshoot.
lost its count, it overshoot, it banged the slab, the ceiling, and the other lift which was going down, because of the ceiling vibration, it came in clutch. So both the lifts were stuck, and it was a nightmare.
My goodness. What speed of that lift was?
10 meters per second.
10 meter per second, which is that service elevator or the other
No,
one?
that is a double deck elevator.
Double decker elevator. Oh, okay, okay.
So it was a big nightmare, and really
Mm-hmm.
it was handling the customer and handling the press.
I
and
know.
Everything was a big nightmare.
I know.
So that is the
That
background.
sort of issues were on that side. Oh my God. Mm.
So fortunately, then the Americans and the Japanese came, and they
They
sorted
collaborated.
out. For 3 months they set the equipment, they installed cameras, and actually that was the time when they realized that when you plug in the
Service tool?
it was losing the count. So they modified the software
Okay.
and set it right.
Just tell me, you know the double decker has an upper desk and it is on some cantilever or something?
No, it is not a...
Oh, it is a fixed leveling. So was it giving any error, something like that, floor slab level?
No,
No.
because when it stops at the ground floor, it has got.
Yeah, first floor is.
Yes, and the same distances are at the top floor.
So there was no issue at all,
So
never
there-
ever happened. But some double decker comes with that pantograph like
Yes, yeah, pantograph. It has a pantograph.
Ah.
It is dynamic double decker.
decker.
Yes.
So that was not in
That was
Burj.
not in-
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that drawing. It was not showing that pantograph. I still own that drawings with me.
Yeah.
With that all the because I modified some sort. Even as built, I started. Yeah. One more thing, Lobo. That double decker at some level, some timing of a day or evening, upper desk is not available. Something like that.
Not exactly. Basically, the
Evening off peak or up peak, up down. Yeah. No.
It depends on the client.
Client. Oh, okay. Nothing automatic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It depends on the client. He has the prerogative to use it as he wishes.
Oh, okay. Demand load. It is always.
It is,
Okay. When was the last time you used it?
It has been long.
Long time. Okay. You do not know the current quality situation.
No,
and
I don't know the current.
But anyone complaining anything about it?
No.
No.
I believe
They are absolutely okay.
they are absolutely okay, and they are undergoing modernization discussions.
Oh, okay. So.
They have discussions for modernization.
Oh,
for
okay. Because now new technology has come up. A lot
and
of.
also it is so old, no?
So old.
Almost 20 years.
20 years. Yes.
So
Okay.
a lot of modernization is necessary.
How much pressure was built up on you when this Burj Dubai came up, apart from the other FOD work? Would you say like,
Actually, to be very honest, there was a person called Bob Taylor who was the project manager. So I was only supporting him in the installation in terms of manpower and any technical support.
Okay.
So he was overall in charge of the complete project, and I used to drop into the site, and
Okay.
I will not.
Yeah.
I will give full credit to Bob Taylor
Bob. He came from Petronas, right?
from Australia. Yes.
Yeah, but he was the last man of
Yes,
Petronas
yes.
tower.
So he was an excellent project manager, and he trained Suresh a lot. We only supported him with the manpower,
Manpower.
and tooling.
If you say one line about that design team, what was the obstacle with them? Design team, drawing people, local drawing team.
I think everything went well.
Well,
There was no issues at all. To really prepare a drawing, especially when there was no product,
yeah,
it's a challenge.
It was a challenge.
Because as I told you,
No one has seen it,
yes, nobody has seen such equipment,
Yeah,
and the design definitely was a challenge.
yeah, definitely.
In fact, one of the issues was that the drives
Drives.
for that speed and that rise and that capacity, there was no drive with Otis. Right? So I believe in the last stages they got the tandem drive approved with the authorities, and just in time it was approved.
Oh, okay.
So it was a
Yeah, it was a
an
very
ongoing
complex
process.
thing.
Yeah. So as and when the installation was progressing, we had the dynamic changes.
Okay.
In fact, we had project management from USA also.
USA also.
They
From
also-
Bloomington, they came.
Yes.
Okay.
They were coming they were having a teleconference, and also they visited, and they would
It
interact.
was a prestige project for them to hear. Jim Fortune was a consultant, Lurch Bates.
Correct.
Did you ever hear about him, or have you ever contacted him?
No, not really.
Not.
We were not.
Yeah. Lobo, ever since I went there, I was working with him for Fortune Elevator Consultants,
Okay.
So we were every day discussing the Burj. But he already retired. That's why he opened the new firm. Okay. Lobo, coming back to our Otis India line, how did you come to elevator line?
It is a very strange story. I just joined because I had some differences with my father.
Oh, okay.
So in a fit of rage, I applied for the apprentice program. I dropped my education. I took 3 years break. I worked as 3 years as an apprentice. Then I contacted Mr. Ronnie Rodriguez to
Yeah, field officer, field education.
Yeah, field education manager to get me into the second shift.
Ah,
So he told me that I have to go and contact Mr. Arana.
RR, Venkat.
Arana.
Arena sir.
For service because I wanted to do night shift.
No construction, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wanted to do service. So then Mr. Arana told me, no, you are from construction. You have only done 3 years. You cannot handle service.
yeah.
So I told Mr. Arana that the next breakdown that comes, let it be Oberoi, let it be Taj, let it be any job, give it to me.
Yeah.
If I attend it,
And if you are satisfied,
then you keep me in service. Otherwise, don't keep me in service.
Yeah.
So fortunately, he did not test me. He put me on second shift. So 4th of August, I started, and from morning 7 to 2, I used to do
College.
and then from 2 o'clock I used to catch a bus, go to Mehta Chambers,
Uh-huh.
and from there I would do the second shift till 11:30 in the night, and that cycle continued till my exams came. So,
2 years you continued on
One
that.
year,
1 year. You were doing completing degree.
a degree, BSc.
BSc in physics or chemistry?
Yeah, physics.
Oh, okay. So did that help any time in your job
Yeah,
afterwards?
because a lot of electronics and stuff like that, I was able to
Yeah, catch
troubleshoot
easily.
and, yeah, instead of getting stuck,
Yeah.
I would rectify it at the site itself and
Right.
proceed, like SCRs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
electronic items and all, you know.
So I
Yeah.
would directly change it at the site and
Yeah.
get it in operation.
Mm.
So it helped me a lot, and career-wise also it helped me a lot.
Yeah, because you have a degree with you.
Yeah, I had a degree, and fortunately I was doing IDBI Tower at that time.
Uh-huh.
And when I was doing IDBI Tower, I did my diploma in management studies.
Oh, you went
So,
from.
so in the day I used to do testing and commissioning, and in the night I used to do
Management studies.
Management studies.
That was a bachelor degree or master's program?
It was a diploma in management.
Diploma in
studies.
management, but
From-
that's also a very good validation, you know.
So from Bombay University, and then I'm very grateful to Syed and Shenoy. Mr. Syed and Shenoy, they gave me this opening in New Bombay.
New Bombay, yeah,
where I was,
Vashi.
where I was handling Thana, Vashi, Nasik, and Kalyan.
Yeah.
So I had Suresh Guge, Sumit Sood, Yabaji, all reporting to me.
And
Adrian.
you have Clovis Pereira, the experienced
Yes.
supervisor with you. Yeah.
So, so I am very grateful to Shenoy and Syed for giving me that position in New Bombay.
Yes. So, if you take a day, one day out of that whole training time, what time you were waking up and what time you were going to bed? Can you tell something like that? I
would
know
wake
it's
up
a
at-
routine for
Yes.
all FTs.
Yes. We would get up at around 6 o'clock,
Uh-huh.
catch a bus by around 7,
7,
and reach the site by around 8.
8. So, if there is a early class, then you will advance wake up?
No, when I was doing college, I was in second shift, right?
Ah, okay.
So 11:30 I should leave and come home.
Mhm.
Then I should sleep and then wake up in the morning and go to college. The college was just next to my house,
Yeah.
so it was just a walking distance.
Okay.
So it was very easy for me.
But you were carrying some tiffin or you were taking all the food from outside?
No, the college had a canteen.
College had a canteen.
Yeah, so just-
Subsidized rate like something?
Yes, it was not subsidized, it was
but-
normal rate,
Mm.
but it had a canteen.
Mhm.
So when we had the breaks for the recess, we would eat in the canteen. So I would.
But
and-
food was not important. Work was the thing. Okay.
And the strange thing is, the bus I still remember, it was a 90 limited bus.
Uh-huh.
So I had to get in at Chembur,
Uh-huh.
and the stop was at Mehta Chambers.
Mehta chamber.
The bus used to end at Churchgate.
Yeah.
So I told the conductor, it was a regular conductor,
Uh-huh.
I told him that, see, I'm studying, so I'm going to sleep now.
Uh-huh. You wake me up.
Take me up.
Oh, okay.
So I used to catch up on the sleep on the bus.
Mehta chamber means Charni Road station.
Road, yes.
Ah, okay, okay.
So when the station, one stop before the bus stop, he would wake me up,
Ah,
and then I would be ready to go to the office. And
got it. So a little nap you got to refresh yourself.
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. So when you joined initially, you were doing FT work, means construction, and all Anna log or this and that. Did you ever any time got bored with work or scaffolding?
I still remember when I joined as an notice apprentice, our first job was to lift all the doors and strut angles and sill angles and put it on every floor
Every floor, by walking.
by walk. So my colleague Alex, God rest his soul, he's no more. He told me, Neville, what is this job we are doing, like coolies?
Yeah.
So I told him, Alex, change your thinking. think that you are in the army. This is your gun, and run.
You are killing the enemy now.
Yes. So change your thinking, and everything will change.
Will change. Yeah, that is true. Then you will be forced to, climb up. Your enemy is there.
And then, fortunately for me, one thing, Sunny, I will tell you is, I never hesitated in teaching people.
Teaching people, okay.
And because I taught people, I was able to go to the next level.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when my boss, I told him I finished single speed, I don't want to do single speed, I went to two speed.
Well, that's true.
Mr. Puran, I don't know, I finished. And every time they ask me, who did you train? I would say, I would train this person, now this person
Yeah.
can take over.
Mhm.
So I always trained somebody who would take my position. And this is the success of me coming to...
Up level, yeah. So, and they are also confident asking you because, you were telling all the realities,
So one message I would give anybody is, don't keep the knowledge to yourself. Because
Share
you will
it.
stagnate in that position.
Share it. Be a
Always-
Google at site.
So share it and develop.
Develop.
Succession planning is very important.
Absolutely.
So plan your successor and move to the next
Right.
level.
Lobo, I know we worked in India and we worked in Dubai with different climatic atmospheric conditions. What was your biggest challenge in Dubai or UAE, like if you say?
Sunny, the biggest challenge in Dubai is the working conditions.
Working condition?
Not for me per se, because being
Yeah.
a managerial role, we were always in the AC.
Yes, yeah.
But for the poor technicians, the months between July to September,
Very
June
hard.
to September, believe me, when they are standing in the site,
With no
construction-
shirts, with rollover,
Yeah, so they have to wear their overalls and the helmet and safety shoes. They are wet from head to toe.
Even adjusters,
Yes.
even adjusters,
So service was not so much of a problem because the buildings are AC. And
Machine
stuff
room
like
is
that.
cooler.
Yeah, and the building also sometimes the centrally
Yes.
AC. But for the poor construction staff, it was a nightmare.
Mhm.
And it was a great challenge because how to deal with construction staff who can faint
That is
because
true.
of the
I know.
amount of moisture that the body has lost. So that was the biggest challenge of taking care of our employees.
And the noon break was not there those days, That is happening now, right? It is
The new rules for the
we
staggered
field,
timings, yes.
yeah, there is a break.
There's
Two
a break.
hours?
2 hours, yes, from 12 to 3.
12 to 3. That is benefiting, although they are extending
It is
stay.
making operations difficult
Difficult.
because you have to constantly arrange for the manpower shifting and the
Oh,
timing.
they are going back to their stay?
Some are going back.
Ah.
So we notice we advance the time early in the morning, like most of the construction sites.
Starts
To start and end by 12.
12, okay.
So
So
is
that
one- yeah.
that increase the efficiency.
That
Yeah.
increase the efficiency and reduce the load on the workers.
Workers, they can sleep it afternoon,
Afternoon.
Yeah, they don't need to come back again and,
And they can
re-
clean the AC.
yeah,
And
go to the 30th floor, 50th floor and restart. Yeah. Lobo, if I ask you 2-3 key persons in Otis India and Otis UAE, you would say admiring or they have the job knowledge, I know everybody does it, but
Yeah.
many nationalities are there, in UAE. In India, we have many states coming up. But whom you think, like Trevor, if you specify 3-4 people, we are not omitting others, but
See, to be very fair on everybody had their
yeah,
speciality. For me, Mr. Rudy Ambosta was one of my
Best.
gurus.
Mm.
Yeah, one of my gurus.
he drawings and all, very
He was a field manager,
Construction,
field manager, and he would come and inspect all the lifts at IDBI Tower, World Trade Center.
Mhm.
So all gearless lifts, he would come and do the inspection. So he has been my mentor and guide.
got it.
Syed was very
NH
good.
Syed?
NH Syed.
Uh-huh.
He was very, very, very knowledgeable.
Personality, human relation.
Yes, even technically he was. Very
Okay,
strong.
but he was in service, right?
He was in service.
Uh-huh.
Yes. From construction, I would say that Ronnie Rodriguez was an anchor for us.
Everybody, yeah.
For everybody, he was the anchor.
Yeah.
And Mr. Arana from service was excellent.
Yeah. He won't talk, but he watches everyone.
Yeah, he watches everyone, he guides everyone, and he would get the service operations.
Yeah, smoothly running. Even on spare parts, he was very, very
So
particular.
his goal on customer satisfaction is admirable.
Absolutely.
Every customer
I know.
he dealt with was very, very good. As a construction manager, I would say L.N. Venkatraman was very strong, polite, understanding.
Oh,
very-
yeah, he was fit for that job those days.
He
Yeah.
was very, very helpful, and he knew how to manage
Manager.
the department. I would say
He was one of, yeah.
Coming to Abu Dhabi, I would say that Akbar Rasurkar was very strong technically.
Very strong. He
very,
knows
very
the
strong
subject.
technically.
Yeah.
Neville Miranda.
Miranda.
He was very strong.
Yeah.
Herman Rego.
Rego was
construction very strong.
Sharjah Airline. Yeah.
He was very strong in construction. Damodaran.
Damodaran.
was very- Actually, I would say that Rego, Damu were the rock
They were,
of the
yeah,
construction
yeah.
industry.
I know Damu, he always walks or, shifts from table to table, does our, yeah. Okay, okay.
So they had a very strong technical
Knowledge.
in
Lobo, we worked on many sort of lifts like single speed, two speed, UMV, AU1. Then microprocessor starts coming. Which one you like to work actually? Like any 300, which program you like most working? You were an adjuster too, right?
Yeah. See, from a financial perspective, the electronics is the in thing.
Uh-huh.
Something is wrong, you just change the card.
Yeah, it is like a Tesla.
But if you have to ensure to using your brains, then the electromechanical system is the best.
You have to be thorough on the knowledge, selector, adjustment, settings.
Yeah. Also, the cost of maintenance is very low
Very low.
because you just change the relay
Yeah,
coil.
you
or
can
you
start the lift
you
there
can
itself
start-
without somehow. You don't need to
Yes, you're not
send
stuck.
someone.
You're not stuck.
You are not stuck. We can go home at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah. At least you can put the lift in operation and you can go.
Absolutely. You can block one call and go.
I still remember I had been to Indore
Indoor.
to do an adjustment.
Uh-huh.
The building's name was Chetak Arch,
Chetak Arch.
and Dabir had taken the back contacts of the door relay, the DO relay, the back contacts.
Oh, there were two operators?
Not two operators. One, when the relay pulls in, the door opens, and when the relay drops, the back
Back contacts.
Back
Yeah.
contacts.
Oh, okay. Reverse contact. Uh-huh.
to give the
Yeah,
reverse-
motor power.
reverse phase. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So Dabir had taken these two contacts, and I was the adjuster, and I had done the complete testing and commissioning. But the door, I could not do it because these back contacts were not there. Dabir had taken it to another side. So I
Oh.
still remember, I took a chisel and hammer, and I cut a trough cover, and I bent it into a Z, tapped, and put nut bolt, and I used that as contacts. And I told Dabir, now I made a temporary arrangement.
Oh, okay.
Once you get the original, you replace it.
Okay.
So the point I'm trying to make is that even if you did not have something,
Yeah.
you could make do with something
Yeah,
and
yeah.
make a contact and
Lobo, I was in Otis, India for almost 13 to 15 years, and I came back UAE. In India, if a selector tape breaks, we have to get clips from
Correct.
Sitamagar.
correct.
But in Abu Dhabi, I have seen people making clips with, trough this thing and all, Oh my God, that one Gujar, HS Gujar, he makes clips, like fabulous clip, exactly like that same. It will never break.
It will never break.
We never thought of, we went to many outstation jobs and selected a broken. We come back and lift is shut down for weeks. But clips they are making, that is a braille we learned in Abu Dhabi. Yeah. Anyway, thank you. Before closing, I just want to ask you, Otis has a long history. And now where we are standing when we are sitting in Abu Dhabi, or Dubai, many other leaders are taking a lot of, market share. Where Otis is and where we are heading to.
This is a personal opinion. See what happens, Seni. It takes a lot. I will give an analogy. It takes years to grow a tree, for the tree to give fruits,
Right.
but it takes only 5 minutes to destroy it. So, for example, now when I have been made to retire, I don't have anything against that. But imagine the amount of training that Otis has lost.
Exactly, and
Because I have been trained in France, I have been trained in Germany, I have been trained in Hungary,
America.
I have been trained in USA. I have come with so much of training,
in your
and
brain.
by just one
A letter.
letter,
You are going.
I'm going. So the management who has come new is looking at short-term focus. He is not with the old concept
Yeah.
that this person is coming with a wealth of experience.
Yeah.
Safety.
That's
Saf-
true.
You cannot make a guy safety compliant in 1 or 2 days. It takes a long process to train
Absolutely.
the guy. So all these competencies that I have has just been lost in one.
One signature.
So what happens is that in many instances, see, we are solution providers.
Yes.
We are not workers or we are not managers. We are
Yeah.
solution providers.
Right.
So this important factor of solution is lost.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of time now for somebody to really find a solution. And this, in this jet age, it doesn't gel with the customers.
Oh, okay.
Because customers want immediate resolutions.
All right.
So this is not there at the moment, and that's why the customer is the king, and when they don't get the
That's
service that
true.
they require,
Oh, okay.
you tend to do
So
this.
many others have grown up ahead
Because
us.
everybody else is taking the
Yeah.
competence. For
Yeah.
example, now if you take the competitor, I don't want to name, you take the big four,
Mm.
all have employed the ex-office people.
Yeah. That is true.
So,
That is true.
so they have got on a silver plate all the
Or
trained
a
people
ready-made thing.
already.
That is true. You know, when I was a supervisor here in Abu Dhabi, when I go to Silla for some police quarters, we place the board United UNDC 24/7,
yes.
and one police officer straight away told, we have a Mitsubishi elevator. They have not put a board there because they say we are 365 on. No 24/7 service. They are 365 on. They don't need a plate there. You know, he himself told, and it was truth. You know, there was no shutdown. You know,
Actually, that is the reason why all this ACE and everything was started by our previous president of Otis. In Nippon Otis, there was a breakdown, and it was one in a
yeah,
breakdown as a rare occasion, the Nippon Otis.
right,
And Nippon Otis put a pressure on George David, who was the president at the
right.
time, that no, you are spoiling our name, because Mitsubishi does not have a single breakdown. And that
See,
is
world
how,
level, that is a talk.
that is how George David got all the ACE implemented. And see,
Right.
again I come to the point, we were trained in ACE.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All that is lost, because now if you see the new generation,
Yeah,
nobody knows anything about quality.
Lobo, Otis is a, you know, when we talk about lifts, and you know, it is a never-ending subject, and we have a lot to, you know, we have actually lived in it. So when you were in Dubai, it was a very big responsibility for you, a 4D manager, you know. The designation is not that small or big, you know. You were doing the entire work of Dubai or UAE, we would say. How you were taking time to get your physical pleasure or some sort of, you know, mental relaxation or exercise, something? How much percentage you would get real?
See, Seni, to be very honest, the field operations manager post was a fantastic post, because you are visiting sites
Right.
and lifts are not in operation, so you are walking up and down. So that was a natural way of exercising.
Right.
So where physical fitness is concerned, being a field operation manager or a service manager or a service supervisor is one of the best professions.
Job, yeah. You don't need to work extra.
You do not need to pay and go and
Yeah,
to a
do
gym.
workout, yeah.
Yeah, because you are automatically
Yeah, your legs are moving, you know.
legs are moving, you are walking, you are breathing, you are climbing upstairs, you are climbing
Yeah,
downstairs.
that is the best example.
That is the best exercise. So as far as physical fitness is concerned, that was taken care of. And mental pleasure is after office hours, work-life balance was very well managed. Once you came home, you were with your family. And unlike the service department, which is always under stress, the construction department, once you finished your end of the day
That is
service, you never really got pressure from the customer.
That is true.
So that was an advantage where the work-life balance was. So I believe the construction department has got a slight edge over the service department, because once the time is up, you return
Yeah.
home and then there is no stress of breakdowns and stuff like that.
How many countries you visited part of the job? I am just asking, you know. They were sending you for all those sort.
Yes, I have visited so many countries. Actually, my visa, the
The
passport is
passport?
full. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So as part of Otis training, I've been to China. I've been to Hong Kong 1 year to set up a CLC. I've been to Hungary. I've been to USA. I've been to France. I've been to Berlin. I've been to Egypt.
Mhm.
So by the grace of God,
Yeah.
He has put me in Otis, which has given me.
Yeah. Here that wording comes fulfilled. You know, you said you were shifting angles and you know both headers to floors, but it was not actually a footstep for that building. It was to the heights to your emperor, you know, your kingdom. You know,
Thank you. Thank you.
you know,
Yes.
we were not knowing that we would reach at those levels. We never dreamed about it. We just need some sort of money to live. You know, but Otis gave us a real, you know, flowers. Lobo, thank you so much. I know you have today is a weekend. You have some other jobs also. You have found time to share with me. We will just stop here, but this will continue at some point later because this was nothing scripted. You know. Thank you, Lobo. Well, thank you for coming to.
I
this.
must thank you, Sunny, for coming all the way from USA and deciding to meet me because we were working together even in UAE.
Yes.
Where you were in Abu Dhabi and I
Yeah,
was in Dubai. Yeah. So
Yeah.
thank you
Thank
for.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Nice meeting you and your Carol here. Thank you.